Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Goodyear Ballpark Complex in Goodyear. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network, and it's play-by-play coverage of the 2015 National Classic. And we're underway in an Underclass pool game, and it features Grinders 14U and Mountain West. And underway in the top of the first inning. And that's Jack Roundy leading off for Mountain West. They come in 1-0 after a pool game win, and they face the Grinders, who come in at 0-2. Pitch just off the plate. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike to Jack Roundy, who leads it off again for Mountain West. After Roundy, Parker Preston bats second. Landon Levine hits third. Pitch over for a strike, and the count goes to 2-2. Hunter Van Fleet is the cleanup hitter. Kyle Kies bats fifth, and Ben Agnew is sixth. Colton Clark is seventh. Rex Jones bats eighth. Then Joe Kinneberg ninth. Riley Ashton rounds out the order, hitting 10th. And that pitch over for a called third strike, and Jack Roundy is the first out of the ball game. Now Parker Preston batting second in the Mountain West order. And the first one misses for a ball. And the 1-0 pitch. That's over the outside corner for a strike, and the count goes to 1-1. And the next one on the way, and that's going to go outside. 2 balls and a strike. Just getting underway, another pool game. It's actually the third day of the tournament, as some of the local teams had a pool game on Thursday night. More games last night, but now today will be a full day all around the complex here in Goodyear, as the count goes to 3-1 on Parker Preston. And the 3-1 pitch. And that's popped up. Playable for the shortstop, and he's there to make the catch, and that's out number 2. So a full day today, actually day and night, and then elimination play will start. 24 teams in this Underclass division. Only the top 6 will advance. There's a half swing and a miss from Landon Levine, and he's down a strike. And the next pitch misses downstairs for a ball. They count 1-1. 2 outs, bases empty. Top of the first inning. And the 1-1. And that's a high strike, and the count goes to 1-2. Devin Dixon, the starter for the Grinders. He had the right-hander ready, and the next one on the way. And a ground ball, that's pulled foul outside of third base. And we stay at a ball and 2 strikes. Bright sunny day out here in Goodyear. Just really nothing cloud-wise above us. There's a few out to the west and to the north. Not a lot, though, and it's, like I said, a bright sunshiny day. And it'll be warm as we hit the last weekend in September. Now the 2-2 pitch. And that's lifted into just to the outfield grass, and that's put away by the second baseman, Braden Hoffman. And it's a 3-up, 3-down first inning for Mountain West. After a half inning play, Mountain West nothing, and the Grinders coming up. Then we go to the bottom of the first inning, and Seth Long leads off for the Grinders and takes strike 1. And the 1 and the 0-1 pitch. A little bit high for a ball, 1-1. So Seth Long, the leadoff hitter. Jordan Miller bats second for the Grinders. Mason Ulrich is third. Then DJ Guerrero, the first baseman, bats fourth. The ball fouled out of play down the right side. goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Devin Dixon, the pitcher, bats 5th. Braden Hoffman, the second baseman, is 6th. And then hitting 7th is the right fielder, Reed Roberge. Off-speed pitch misses just inside, and the count goes to 2-2. Brenton Dyer is the number 8 hitter. Trevor Alford is 9th. Luke Johnson bats 10th. And now the 2-2. And a breaking ball that bounces in, and the count runs full. And a 3-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, and Long is out on strikes. So that's how the first inning begins. Kyle Keyes, the starting pitcher, gets a strikeout to get things going. Now Jordan Miller, the center fielder. He's in and ready, and the first one on the way is over the outside corner, strike 1. And a breaking ball. Miller's already there, but got a piece of it to foul it off, and it's 0-2. One out, base is empty, bottom of the first inning. Underclass pool game in the 2015 National Classic. There's a swing and a miss, and it's back-to-back strikeouts for Kyle Keyes. 2 away in the inning, and the batter is Mason Ulrich. And a curveball over for a strike. The 1 and the 1 strike pitch. And a breaking ball that's hit on the ground, foul outside of third base. Keyes went to a full count before striking out Long, got Miller on 3 straight, and now he's ahead of Ulrich going 2. And that's fouled off to the right side, out of play. And another 2-strike pitch and another foul ball. That one goes out of play. No score in the bottom of the first inning. Looking for our first base runner of the ball game after Mountain West went 3 up and 3 down in the top of the first. Grinders have had their first 2 retired. And a breaking ball again late, but able to foul it off. This will finish up pool play for the Grinders as they sit at 0-2 in the pool. Mountain West will have another one right after this game. That's off the plate by a bit, and the count 1-2. Pitch inside, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that breaking ball bounced in, and Ulrich has turned this one into a nice at-bat. Fell behind 0-2, has fouled off 3 2-strike pitches, and now has run the count full. And the wind in the 3-2. And that's hit back up the middle, and just under the glove of a shortstop Agnew, and that'll be a base hit, and there is the first base runner of the ball game. It's a 2-out single for Ulrich, and he's aboard at first for DJ Guerrero. Turn that throw to first, and that's going to get away from Rex Jones, and that'll get the runner to second base. Going to make the big turnaround and try for third. The throw across the diamond going to be late. And so that'll put a runner to third base. It'll be an error in the scorer's decision whether that was a bad throw or just not handled over there at first base. Either way, though, the error moves the runner up 2 bases. And now Ulrich is at third, and DJ Guerrero with a chance to bring him in with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. And he'll hit a sharp ground ball, 2-hop to the shortstop, throw across the diamond, and that is in time. As Agnew throws out Guerrero, and that ends the Grinders' first inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left after an inning of play. There's no score. We go to the top of the second inning. Hunter Van Fleet, the leadoff hitter. Van Fleet takes ball 1, and now the 1-0 pitch on the way, and that's over for a strike, and the count evens at 1-1. Van Fleet, Kais, and Agnew for Mountain West in the top of the second. Next one outside, 2 balls and a strike. We'll have another pool game a little bit later on this afternoon, scheduled for a 1:30 local start time. And then back with you tomorrow for a couple of games. Ground ball rolled over to the right side, scooped up there. Got to get rid of that throw, and it is just in time. Fortunate there, Van Fleet got down the line pretty quick, but it was Hoffman who picked up the ground ball and had enough time to throw onto first base to get him for the first out. But the way it stands now, another pool game in the Underclass division after this one, and then tomorrow expecting to have both the Underclass and Upperclass division championship games. Here's the pitcher, Kyle Kais. He takes outside for ball 1. 4 up and 4 down for Mountain West hitters in the ball game, looking for their first base runner. The 1-0 pitch. The swing and a miss for a strike, and the count 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That's outside, 2 balls and a strike. Ben Agnew, the shortstop, to follow for Mountain West in the top of the second. The 2-1 bounced in, 3 balls and a strike. For Mountain West, a 1-0 win over Team Dinger to start their pool play. They will play the Wolfpack 14 and under squad at 1:30 this afternoon. The 3-1 pitch. And that'll miss for ball 4. So there's the first base runner for Mountain West. It's a 1-out walk given to Kyle Kais. And Kyle goes to first base, and it'll bring up Ben Agnew. And the first pitch low and inside and down at the feet of the catcher, but Kai's not able to take off over there at first base. And again a throw over, and again the runner back. Now the set and the 1-0 pitch. And a slow ground ball. Dixon, the pitcher, picks it up. His only play is going to be to first base, as Kai's got a good read to take off over there at first. So he moves into scoring position at second base. It's a 1-3 ground out for Agnew. And with 2 away, the batter is Colton Clark. And Clark ready as he steps in. Dixon, the right-hander, with the set. Check back to second base, and the first one on the way. Took a little off there, and it's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Back to second in the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And the count goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on Colton Clark. 2 outs and a runner at second. No score in the top of the second. And the pitch way outside. Fortunate to keep that one from going to the backstop and giving Kais another base, but he remains at second. The 1-2 pitch. And that's off the end of the bat into just to the outfield grass again, and it's the second baseman Hoffman that gets over there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, a 1-out walk, and a runner left at second after an inning and a half. Still no score. Devin Dixon will lead it off. And he takes strike 1 from Kyle Kais. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, that's over for a strike, and it's 0-2. Kais to the line, and the 0-2 pitch. Missed off the plate for a ball, 1-2. Braden Hoffman, Reed Roberge to follow in the Grinders' second inning. And the 1-2 pitch. And a breaking ball just off the plate, 2-2. And right back to the wind and the 2-2 pitch. That's up and in, and it's 3-2. Now, Kais went to a full count on 2 hitters in the first inning, gave up a base hit, but also got a strikeout. Now 3-2 to Dixon, and he loses him. It's ball 4. Leadoff walk for the Grinders as Dixon goes to first base, and the batter will be Braden Hoffman. Dixon comes off for a courtesy runner, and I believe it's DJ Guerrero that's over there running at first base for the Grinders. Turn in to throw that way, and Guerrero dives back. Here at the Goodyear Baseball Complex in Goodyear, we're on the Reds minor league complex fields. Of course, this is the spring training home of the Cincinnati Reds and the Cleveland Indians. As Hoffman takes strike 1. Guerrero with the lead over at first base, running for Dixon, who walked to start the inning. The 1 strike. Bunt is on, and the ball bunted out in front of the plate, picked up by Kais. His play is to first. And that is in time. Sacrifice successful, though, as Hoffman gets the bunt down, and it's a 1-3 putout at first base. Guerrero goes to second, and the batter is Reed Roberge. First pitch just off the plate for ball 1. And Grinders got a runner to third base in the first inning, albeit with 2 outs. Not able to get him in. Now they've got a runner at second with 1 out in the inning. See if they can move him around. That's off the plate, and it's 2-0. And a half swing, and that ball kind of punched into right field. That'll be a base hit, and that'll put runners at the corners. So Bears with a single to right. Dixon's courtesy runner Guerrero goes to third base, and that'll put runners at the corners with 1 out for Brenton Dyer. And a timeout from the Mountain West dugout. Playing at the bottom of the second, there's no score. And runner from first takes off, swing and a miss, and no throw to second base. Robert steals second, and now two in scoring position with one out. Dyer down a strike. And a half swing there, line drive, and then a throw over to third, which would have been a double play to end the inning. Instead, the throw gets away, and the Grinders get a run in the bottom of the second. Dyer with a soft line out to the pitcher Kais for out number 2. Guerrero running for Dixon off the bag, and they had a play on him over at third, but the throw got away. And that'll bring in a run. And now that's off the catcher's glove to the backstop, and a wild pitch will bring in run number 2. So the Grinders get a couple here in the second inning with Trevor Alford at the plate. And the 1-0 pitch over the outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. 2-0 Grinders as they hit at the bottom of the second. And a slow ground ball over on the first base side, scooped up there. And Jones taps the bag, and that will end the second inning, but a good one for the Grinders. They get a couple of unearned runs on one base hit, one error in the inning, and no runners left on after 2. It's the Grinders 2 and Mountain West nothing. Bottom 3 in the order, and Rex Jones going after the first pitch, a ground ball foul just outside of the bag at first, and that's strike 1. Jones, Kinneberg, and Ashton for Mountain West in the top of the third. And a pitch over for a strike. And it's 0-2. A swing and a foul tip, and Jones is out on strikes. First down of the inning. Second strikeout for Devin Dixon, and the batter is Joe Kinneberg. First pitch popped up, and that'll get just into the outfield. And it's a 1-out single for Kinneberg. And with Kinneberg aboard at first base, the batter is Riley Ashton. And Ashton going after the first one, delivers a shot into left field. The throw, though, to second base, and that's in time. Runner forced at second. You don't see that very often, but sharply hit ball into the outfield. And it will go as a 7-4 force at second base. And what should have been a base hit off the bat of Ashton becomes a fielder's choice. Easy throw over to first, and Ashton back. Jack Roundy, the leadoff hitter in the Mountain West order, at the plate. And the pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Roundy. Jack called out on strikes to start the ball game. And the next pitch high, and it's 1-1. Turn, throw it over to first, the runner back standing. Mountain West down 2-0, batting in the top of the third. Runner at first and 2 outs, a 1-1 count on Jack Roundy. And a pitch outside and low, and it's 2-1. Pitch low and outside, and it's 3 balls and a strike. And the 3-1. Up and in, and that's ball 4. Roundy walks. Ashton is pushed to second base, and the batter is Parker Preston. And there's a ball hit into left field. That's down in front of the left fielder for a base hit, and that'll load him up. So Preston singles, Roundy to second, Ashton to third. Bases loaded with 2 outs, and the number 3 hitter in the Mountain West lineup coming to the plate. Landon Levine, who popped out to Hoffman, the second baseman, to end the first inning, now with a chance to do some damage. Maybe get his team even, or even put him in the lead. Our first pitch, inside, ball 1. That one just about hit him, and that would have forced in a run. And a ground ball out to short. Could get him out of it. And it'll be a tap of the bag at second to force Preston and end the inning. For Mountain West, no runs on a couple of base hits plus a walk. They leave the bases loaded, and after 2.5 still trail 2-0. Luke Johnson going after the first pitch and lines out to start the bottom of the third. And 1 and 2 in the order for the Grinders in the bottom of the third inning. So we go to the top of their order. Seth Long, who struck out in the first. He takes a ball up and in. Now the 1-0. And that's off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 on Long. Jordan Miller next for the Grinders. They swing, and it's fouled off. The count moves to 2-1. Into the wind of the 2-1 pitch. And a breaking ball. That's way outside. 3-1. Couple of unearned runs for the Grinders in the second. Looking for their first win in pool play. They lost 9-0 to Wolfpack, 14U, and then 5-3 to Tim Dinger. There's the 3-1 pitch. And a breaking ball. That's outside, and it's ball 4. Second walk given up by Kyle Keyes. And now we'll face Jordan Miller. Turn and a throw to first. Runner back to the bag standing. Another turn and a throw over. This time runner dives back. Now we'll try to throw behind the runner at first, and he is able to get back. And that pitch is strike, and they count 1-1. Throw it over to first base again, and again the runner scrambles back to the bag. Miller trying to move the runner from first as the runner goes. Pitch high, the throw down to second base. That's right on the money and in time. Landon Levine throws out long, trying to steal second base. And so that erases the base runner for the Grinders. 2-1 the count on Miller, and now he bats with the bases empty. And a swing and a foul ball. And the count 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Popped up off the end of the bat and out of play on the right side. And we stay 2-2. 2 outs, bases empty. Bottom of the third inning. Grinders leading Mountain West 2-0. And the next one bounced in there, and they count 3-2. And a swing and a miss, and Miller is down on strikes, and that will end the inning. After 3, Grinders still lead Mountain West 2-0. We move along to the top of the 4th inning from Goodyear. Hunter Van Fleet leads off and takes outside for ball 1. This is an underclass pool game in the 2015 National Classic. The 1-0 pitch. Outside corner a strike, and it's 1-1. Van Fleet with a ground out his first time up. Now the 1-1. And a ground ball down the third baseline, but foul. And the count moves to 1-2. Kyle Keyes, Ben Agnew follow for Mountain West in the top of the 4th. The 1-2. Outside and high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2. Way outside, 3-2. Small roster for both teams. The Mountain West squad down from Utah with just 10 players. And the Grinders have 11. High pop-up in the infield, playable. Dixon calls for it, and he's got it. And he retires the leadoff hitter in the top of the 4th inning. 1 out for Kyle Keyes. Keyes walked his first time up. And the first pitch low and outside, ball 1. Next one outside and low, 2 balls and no strikes. Keyes walked in the 2nd inning. And a ground ball got in the hands there, picked up and on to first base in time. 4-3 ground out, retires Kyle Keyes. And there's 2 away for Ben Agnew. Agnew bounced one back to Dixon in the 2nd inning. Tried to lay off, took a strike anyway, and it's 0-1. Fastball is low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs, bases empty, top of the 4th inning. The 1-1. That's outside. 2 balls and a strike. And now the 2-1. And a fly ball into center field. Coming in on the run. The catch made, and the inning is over. Agnew flies out to center. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Mountain West. And after 3.5, they still trail 2-0. 3, 4, and 5 of the order for the Grinders. Ulrich with a 1-hopper to short. And they throw across the diamond in time, and the leadoff hitter put away in the bottom of the 4th inning, a 6-3 ground out after Ulrich singled back in the 1st. And the batter is DJ Guerrero. And Guerrero going after the first one, fouls it off. And the 1-strike pitch over the outside corner, and it's 0-2. And the 2-strike pitch off the end of the bat. Another ground ball out to short. This one on 2 bounces. And the throw to first is in time to get Guerrero. So a couple of assists there for Ben Agnew, fielding ground balls. And with 2 outs, the batter is Devin Dixon. First one to Dixon inside for a ball. Devin with a walk to lead off the 2nd inning, and then his courtesy runner Guerrero came around and scored the first run of the game for the Grinders. The 1-0. That's up and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch over for a called strike, and it's 2-1. 2-0 Grinders. They lead it and hit in the bottom of the 4th inning, trying to win their first pool game of the tournament. And a ground ball tapped over to third, grabbed there. That's pumped across to first base in time, and it's a 3 ground ball inning and a quick 3-up, 3-down for the Grinders in the bottom of the 4th. After 4, though, they still lead Mountain West by a score of 2-0. We move along to the 5th inning, and it's 7, 8, and 9 of the order for Mountain West as Colton Clark takes ball 1. Clark, Jones, and Kenneberg scheduled to bat for Mountain West in the 5th. Next pitch outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Clark popped out to Braden Hoffman to end the 2nd inning. And the next pitch high, 3-0. And a pitch on the inside corner, a strike. It's 3-1. Yeah, a swing and a miss, and Dixon trying to come all the way back after falling behind in the count 3-0. The 3-2. And he lost him. That's low and away, ball 4. So Mountain West will bring the tying run to the plate in the top of the 5th as Clark goes to first, and the batter will be Rex Jones. And a pitch to Jones over for a strike. Top of the 5th inning, Mountain West trailing Grinders 14U by a score of 2-0. And a ground ball, foul outside of first base. Jones struck out in the 3rd. Behind the count here 0-2. The runner goes, and he pulls the ball over to the right side to get the ground ball. The runner goes to second. Would have made it maybe anyway, but for sure gets him over there by grounding out. 4-3 on the play as Clark goes to second. And the batter is Joe Kinneberg. First pitch to Kinneberg misses for a ball. Joe had a base hit his first time up. And turn back, throw to second, and the runner gets back. Ball fouled back and out of play. And the count moves to 1-1. 1 on and 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Mountain West trying to take advantage. They had a 1-out walk in the 2nd, got the runner to second. That was it, but then loaded the bases with 2 outs in the 3rd. Ground ball, fielder's choice, ended the inning. Again, they'll go back to second base, and again the runner is back. And the ball fouled off on the first base side, out of play, and the count goes to 1-2. Clark with the lead off second base. Turned back that way, but no throw. And a ground ball pulled over to third. Looked the runner back throw on to first base. Safe the call, and the runner from second advances. So something going on now for Mountain West. And E5. And now the coach out of the Grinders dugout's going to see if maybe they can get some help. He's thinking that Guerrero went up to get the ball, but came back and was able to get the foot on the bag. And that'll be the discussion here, and we'll see if, in fact, that is the call. And it's a big call here in the top of the 5th inning. Change the complexion of the inning completely here. And the call stays safe at first base, so that will put runners at first and third with 1 out for Riley Ashton. First and third with one out. Ashton in there and ready. Reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. And he smokes a ground ball foul outside of third base for strike one. Another toss over and the runner back. The one strike pitch with a runner bluffing over at third, a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Runner from first takes off, and the ball fouled away. Now the two-strike pitch, and that's just off the plate. They count 1-2. Clark at third, Kenneberg at first with one out in the Mountain West fifth inning. Runner from first takes off. It's a swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Ashton for out number 2. But again, Kenneberg steals second, so now they tying runs in scoring position. And the batter is Jack Roundy. First pitch, fly ball, shallow center field, in to make the catch to retire the side. And Mountain West will strand a couple of more runners. No runs, no hits, an error plus a walk. 2 runners left on. And after 4.5, Mountain West still trails the Grinders by a score of 2-0. Braden Hoffman takes his strike to begin the bottom of the 5th. And the next one inside, and the count evens at 1-1. Hoffman with a sacrifice his first time up. And breaking ball outside, and it's 2-1. The ground ball to short. And the throw to first base is in time. Got him by a half step. 6-3 round out starts the bottom of the 5th. And the batter will be Reed Roberge. And a pop up over on the right side, and that's put away, and that's out number 2. And a ball hit well out to center field, and a diving attempt just off the glove of the center fielder and into second base. It's a 2-out double for Brenton Dyer. Great effort out there in center field, though. And diving attempt, but then a ball just away from the center fielder. Breaks up a stretch of 6 in a row retired. And the batter is Trevor Alford. And Alford with a swing and a foul ball, strike one. Now a ball and a strike on Alford. Luke Johnson next for the Grinders. Throw back to second, had a chance there, but the throw way off the mark. Now runner going to try for third. That sails over the head of the third baseman Clark, but the runner will stay at third base as it is. It's a throwing error. And now time called from the Mountain West dugout. Playing in the bottom of the fifth, still 2-0. Now ball and 2 strikes as we get back to play. And the pitch bounced in. Runner bluffed over there at third, but did not try to take off. Grinders would love to push another one in here, stretch out that lead a little bit more as we get to the latter innings. 2-2, and a late swing and a miss, and that will end it. Alford strikes out. 2-out double for Diaries left at third base after an error, and after 5 innings of play, Grinders still lead 2-0. Top of the 6th inning, Parker Preston takes up and in for ball 1. The next one bounced in there, and it's 2-0. Pitching change for the Grinders as Seth Long is now on to pitch. He gets one over for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. Pitch up and in, 3 balls and a strike. Devin Dixon goes 5 innings, allows just 2 hits, and they were both in the 3rd inning. Walked 3, as that's inside for ball 4. Some Preston walks to start the inning for Mountain West. Three strikeouts for Dixon in his 5 innings worth of work. He leaves with the lead. I'll look over to first, but no throw. So Preston on at first as we get going in the top of the 6th inning. Landon Levine at the plate. He takes high for a ball. And that's going to bounce in and get away, and that'll push Preston to second base. Two and 0 the count. The look back and the pitch. That's high, and it's 3-0. And that's ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start this 6th inning, and Mountain West in business once again. The batter will be Hunter Van Fleet. First a timeout from the Grinders dugout, playing in the top of the 6th, still 2-0. Hunter Van Fleet in, takes ball 1. And trying to bunt, and bunts it foul. Maybe does Long a favor there by bunting that pitch. Not that it wasn't a strike, but Long struggling a little bit with the strike zone here. Now the 1-1. Trying to bunt again, popped up. And ball down on the turf, and nobody covering the bag at first base. And that'll load the bases for Mountain West. It'll go as a bunt base hit for Hunter Van Fleet. And so now the base is loaded for Kyle Kais. First one bounced in down at the feet of the catcher for a ball 1. Kais with a walk in the second and a ground out in the fourth. And next pitch is strike, and they count 1-1. And the next pitch over for a strike, and they count 1-2. Now outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a ground ball over to first. They'll go home for the first out, but the throw gets away. And Mountain West is on the board here in the 6th inning. Ground ball over to first. And the correct play was to go home with it, but overthrow brings in a run. So it'll go as an E3 and a fielder's choice. Bases remain loaded. Nobody out on the top of the 6th inning. Mountain West on the board down 2-1. Tying run at third base. The go-ahead run at second. The batter is Ben Agnew. And the pitch is outside for ball 1. Agnew with a ground out in the second. A fly out in the fourth. And that's inside off the glove, and boy, a chance there, but the runner from third base does not try to advance. And I guess in this situation, late in the ball game, you want to be sure that you can score easily. Maybe didn't get a good read of how that ball came off the glove of the catcher as Agnew takes a strike, 2-1 the count. Now 3 balls and a strike. Colton Clark will be next for Mountain West. And a ground ball past the pitcher, so they'll go to second base with the ball. Well, was dropped but picked up just in time. A run will come in, though, to tie the ball game. A 4-6 force at second base. Agnew, a RBI fielder's choice. 2-2 ball game. Now runners at first and third with 1 out for Colton Clark. Runner from first takes off. Big jump over there, and the pitch a strike. Ground ball off the glove, and that's going to be a tough play and no play at first. Another run is in. That'll go as an infield single. That goes off the glove of the pitcher long and deflects over toward first base, and there was nobody home. So another run in. Runner from first goes, and Rex Jones is hit by a pitch. It's all happening fast and furious here in the top of the 6th inning. Mountain West has scored 3 times. They lead 3-2. And another timeout from the Grinders dugout, and this will be a pitching change. Playing in the top of the 6th, Mountain West 3 and the Grinders 2. Joe Kenneberg in for Mountain West, and he takes ball 1 as we get a pitching change. The new pitcher out there, Braden Hoffman, takes over for the Grinders, trying to get the last couple of outs here in the 6th. Pitch for a strike at the count 1-1. Bases loaded with 1 out. 3 runs across for Mountain West in the top of the 6th. Infield in for the Grinders, looking to cut off a run at the plate. And the pitch way outside, and it's 2-1. And next one high, 3 balls and a strike. Grinders were cruising along through 5 innings. Devin Dixon, 5 innings, no runs, just 2 hits allowed. But it has unraveled quickly here in the 6th inning, and that'll be a walk to force in another run. Agnew scores. And now the batter is Riley Ashton. First one to Ashton over for a strike. And a high pop up, third base side in foul territory. It's playable and it's put away as Long makes the catch in foul territory. And that is out number 2. Back to the top of the order for Jack Roundy, and he bats where the base is full. Trying to add on for Mountain West as they lead 4-2. And he takes strike 1. Next pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2. And pitch just off the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bases loaded with 2 outs. And a swing and a miss, and that will end the inning, but a good one for Mountain West. They score 4 times in the top of the 6th, and after 5.5 lead the Grinders 4-2. Ten 1-2 for the Grinders in the bottom of the 6th. Luke Johnson takes ball 1. And the next one low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Next pitch high, 3-0. New pitcher out there for Mountain West, as that's over for a strike, and it's 3-1. Parker Preston on in relief of Kyle Keyes, who went the front 5. That's over for a strike, and it's 3-2. Keyes pitched well, gave up 3 base hits, 2 runs, but both of those runs unearned. And that pitch a called third strike, and that'll get Johnson for the first out in the Grinders 6th inning. First pitch to Seth Long over for a strike. Next one bounced in there, and it's 1-1. Underclass division pool game in the 2015 National Classic put on by Southwest Woodbat Classics. Pitch outside, and it's 2-1. Yeah, that's over for a strike, and it's 2-2. Long struck out in the first, walked in the third. And pitch outside, and it's 3-2. And the pitch. And that's hit well out to right field. That's going to get to between the outfielders. Will it be extra bases? No. Good effort out there to get it cut off in right center, and that'll hold Long to a one-out single. Swing, and I guess was that a foul ball? Yeah, I guess that went right off the mask of the catcher. So Jordan Miller fouled that one off for a strike. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Grinders down 4-2. Runner takes off. The pitch wide. I don't know that it was a pitch out, but it was wide. But the throw also wide on the first base side of the bag. So a steal for Long. And the count sits at 1-1 on Jordan Miller. And that one fouled straight back. And the count 1-2. Check back to second base in the 1-2 pitch. That's off the end of the bat, and that'll get fouled back and out of play. Miller trying to reach base for the first time. He struck out in the first, struck out again in the third. And a ground ball over to third base. Grab there and throw across. And Sake the call at first base. Kyle Kai is the new third baseman for Mountain West. And now runners at first and third for Mason Ulrich. And the first one misses high for ball one. Ulrich with a single in the first, a ground out in the fourth. Turn and a throw to first. Had the runner maybe leaning over there, but a high throw, and Miller is able to get back to the bag. Grinders get the tying runs aboard, and now they go-ahead run at the plate with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Popped up into right field. Runner will tag from third. The catch made. The throw comes to the plate. It's up the line a bit. And that'll bring a run in. So sacrifice fly off the bat of Ulrich scores Long. And the Grinders are within a run at 4-3. Now we'll see if Miller does take off here early in the count with DJ Guerrero at the plate, and time is called. Easy throw to first, and Miller back. And a pop-up, and that's fielded by the shortstop, and that will end the inning. So Guerrero pops out, and the Grinders are done in the sixth. They add one, and after six, trail Mountain West 4-3. Two, 3, and 4 in the order for Mountain West in the seventh. Parker Preston takes a strike. And the next pitch high for a ball, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That's high, 2-1. New pitcher out there for the Grinders, but they have a handful of players, 3 or 4 of them anyway, with no numbers on the jersey, and that's the pitcher now, no number. Pitch is low, 3-1 the count. Preston, Levine, Van Fleet for Mountain West in the seventh. And that one not close. Ball 4 to Preston, and he walks for the second time. Batter Landon Levine, who also walked his last time up. Both Preston and Levine scored, part of a 4-run sixth inning for Mountain West that turned a 2-0 deficit into what was then a 4-2 lead. The Grinders add a run in the bottom of the sixth to cut it to 4-3, and that's where we're at, playing in the top of the seventh. First pitch high, 4-1. And a pitch outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch a strike, 2-1 the count on Levine. Now the set, runner takes off, and the ball popped up on the right side of the infield. Guerrero calls for it, and he'll put it away for the first out. Preston heads up base running there. He was only a couple of steps from second base when he slammed on the brakes and hustled back to first base. Now Hunter Van Fleet, who had a on base hit his last time up. Throw to first and the runner back. 4-3 our score. Mountain West with the lead, and they bat in the top of the seventh inning. Runner takes off, pitches inside. That'll get to the backstop. Round, he's out there running now for Preston, I believe, and then he's in at second base. Pitch outside, 2-0. Grinders will send up 5, 6, and 7 in the order when they bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. The question will be, how many runs will they need? Mountain West definitely trying to add some insurance here in the 7th. Pitch is low. And that'll miss low for ball 4. So 2 aboard with 1 out for Kyle Keyes. And Keyes takes high for ball 1. And that's inside behind Keyes to the backstop, and the runners move up 90 feet. So now 2-0 on Keyes with 2 in scoring position. Mountain West trying to go to 2-0 in pool play and finish the Grinders pool play without a win. They sit at 0-2. Over the outside corner, a strike, and it's 2-1. Infield back in for the Grinders. The 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. Now the 3-1 pitch. And that's outside ball 4. So Keyes walks. 3rd walk of the inning given up by the 4th Grinders pitcher. And the batter has been Agnew. Agnew, an RBI fielder's choice in the 6th, came around to score a run. And a pitch over for a strike. One more Underclass Division pool game coming up this afternoon for us here on Southwest Sports Network, and then back tomorrow at Goodyear for a couple of championship games. As the next one is outside, and it's 1-1. Fastball is high, 2-1. Base is full for Mountain West in the top of the 7th inning. They lead 4-3. That's not close, 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch, nowhere to put him. That's ball 4, and that'll force in another run. So Agnew walks. Preston's courtesy runner comes in to make it 5-2, and we get a Grinders timeout. Playing in the 7th, again, it's Mountain West 5 and the Grinders 3. Reed Roberge in as the new pitcher. The 5th pitcher used by the Grinders in today's ball game. He misses outside for ball 1 to Colton Clark. Pitch over for a strike, and the count 1-1. swing and a miss for a strike in the count of 1-2. Clark with an infield single and an RBI his last time up. He's also popped out and walked. Roberts looking in now, ready, the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Took a little off there. Clark can't connect, and he is out number 2 in the inning. Now Rex Jones. And the first one of Jones over for a strike. Rex hit by a pitch his last time up, 0 for 2 prior to that. And the pitch fouled off the netting, and it's 0-2. Good battle with the starters. Each starter in this game went 5 innings, no earned runs allowed for either one of them. 2 unearned runs allowed for Kyle Keyes. That's low and in, they count 1-2. But it's the bullpen that's been the difference here. The Grinders have struggled to get outs. And they've given up 5 runs in the last inning and 2/3. Roberts trying to stop the bleeding here, though. The 1-2 pitch misses outside, and it's 2-2. 4 walks in the inning, no base hits. Check of the runner in the 2-2. And that's hit well into the gap in left center field. That's going to split the outfielders. 2 runs will score. And that'll be at a 2-run double off the bat of Rex Jones. And it's 7-3. So big base hit for Rex Jones, the number 8 hitter in the order. And he comes through with that hit to stretch the lead. Now that ball off the glove of the catcher. Runner will try to come in and will score on the wild pitch. Now a 4-run 7th inning for Mountain West. They lead 8-3. Runner at third with 2 outs. And the 1-0 to Kenneberg bounced in. That'll kick away, but runner does not try to come in. Roberts with the nod. He's ready, and the 2-0 pitch on the way. High for ball 3, 3-0. Check over to third, and the next one that's spiked in there. Runner's going to take off and score. You can tell that base hit kind of maybe rattled Roberts. He was thrown with some confidence. Gave up that double into the outfield, and it has spiraled away from him some. Another run in now, 9-3. Kenneberg at first, and the batter Riley Ashton. 5th walk of the inning given up. Ball pulled foul outside of third base. And the next pitch inside, and it's 1-1. Next one over for a strike, and it's 1-2. Again, it'll be Dixon, Hoffman, and Roberge for the Grinders in the bottom of the 7th inning, and they're going to have their work cut out for them based on how these last couple of innings have gone. Popped up, and it's foul ball. Kenneberg with the lead off first. Another 1-2 pitch on the way. And that's a hard hit ball into center field. Just able to cut that one off to keep that one from going maybe to the warning track. That was a hard hit ball. But a good stop out in right center field. Kenneberg to second, Ashton at first. And the batter is Jack Roundy. Roundy 0 for 3 with a walk. And a pitch behind him for ball 1. Pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Next pitch up and in, 2 balls and a strike. It was a 2-0 game after 5 innings. Mountain West scored 4 in the 6th to go up 4-2. Grinders got one back in the bottom of the 6th to make it 4-3. But now a 5-run 7th inning for Mountain West, 9-3 our score. And that one not close for ball 4. First one to Parker Preston, a called strike. And a fly ball into center field. And the inning comes to an end. 11 come to the plate in the 7th for Mountain West. They score 5 times and lead 9-3. Devin Dixon takes a strike to start the bottom of the 7th inning. And the next pitch misses for a ball, 1-1. Dixon, Hoffman, Roberge for the Grinders in the 7th. The 1-1. And a line drive into left field, a base hit. So Dixon gets it started. Still a long way to go for the Grinders. And the batter is Braden Hoffman. And a pitch to Hoffman over for a strike. And next one misses outside, 1-1. Another one misses low, 2 balls and a strike. And a ground ball over to third, out at second, and they throw on to first base, not in time. Mountain West forces the lead runner 5-4 on the play there. Hoffman on the fielder's choice. And it brings up Reed Roberge. First one misses high for a ball. Roberge with a base hit and a run in the second inning. Popped out in the fifth. Now swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Pitch outside, 2 balls and a strike. And the next one is low, and it's 3-1. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Ground ball down the line at third, long throw across, and that is in time. A nice play there by Kais to get that one along the line, and just had to put that one on the money over at first base. 5-3 ground out. Hoffman goes to second, but the Grinders down to their final out. Brent and Dyer in there. They'll throw back to second base, and that's not in time. Pitch outside for a ball. And the next one outside, 2-0. And a swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike. The set and the pitch. That's high, 3-1. If Dyer can extend the inning, Trevor Alford will bat next for the Grinders. And a high fly ball out to left field. Should end it. And it will. That's put away in left field. And the inning and the ball game is over. Grinders in the 7th. Leadoff base hit. Runner left at second. And we are final as the Grinders fall to Mountain West by a score of 9-3. Totals then on the ball game for Mountain West: 9 runs, 6 hits, 4 errors, and 12 left. For the Grinders, 3 runs on 5 hits. They commit 2 errors and leave 4 runners on base. The Grinders fall to 0-3 in pool play, while Mountain West improves to 2-0. They'll take on the Wolfpack coming up a little bit later on this afternoon. So that will do it. Again, our final score in Underclass Division pool game play. It's Mountain West 9 and the Grinders 3 from Goodyear Baseball Complex in Goodyear, Arizona. Todd Garvison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long. Hope to talk to you again soon.